You look in the mirror, grab that stubborn belly fat, and feel completely defeated. You are starving yourself, sweating through brutal, intense workouts, and yet the scale refuses to budge. It is incredibly frustrating, isn't it? You feel like your body is broken or your genetics are cursed. But the truth is, you have just been lied to. The fitness industry wants you to believe that if you are not gasping for air and dripping in sweat, you are not burning fat. But here's the reality. That extreme workout stress actually spikes your cortisol levels, which forces your body to lock away visceral fat, the dangerous hidden fat wrapped tightly around your organs as a survival mechanism. The root cause of your stubborn belly is not a lack of effort. It is simply too much of the wrong kind of stress. Today, we are stripping away the complicated routines. I'm going to show you exactly what happens to your visceral fat when you start walking 10,000 steps daily. By the end of this video, you will understand how this simple, low-stress daily habit chemically forces your body to stop storing stress and start melting away that deep belly fat for good. Let's smash the biggest myth first. You believe you need to be gasping for air and dripping with sweat to lose real weight. That's why you've probably tried HIIT, boot camps, or running 5Ks. Sure, they burn some calories, but they also skyrocket cortisol, your primary stress hormone. High cortisol signals your body that it is under attack, which triggers a primal mechanism to preserve visceral fat, the dangerous hidden fat wrapped tightly around your organs as a survival mechanism. You're essentially working harder only to tell your body to hold on to that fat. 10,000 steps of daily leisurely walking does the exact opposite. It is classified as low-intensity, steady-state exercise. This type of gentle movement actively lowers your stress levels. Instead of telling your body to preserve fat, a long walk tells your body, "We are safe." When your body feels safe and your cortisol levels are low, it willingly opens the metabolic gates to burn your stored fat for good. So while that extreme workout is making you ravenous and stressed, your daily 10,000 steps are quietly tapping into your fat-burning zone, all without the crippling exhaustion. Let's move to the second massive misconception. You think losing belly fat is 100% about cutting calories or following a miserable restrictive diet. You probably believe that if you just eat less, the visceral fat will automatically vanish. But stubborn fat loss is actually a hormonal game, and the master player is insulin. When you eat, especially carbs or sugar, your blood sugar spikes. Your body responds by releasing insulin to clear that sugar out, packing the excess energy straight into your deep belly fat stores. High insulin means zero fat burning. It's exactly like locking the freezer door where your fat is stored and throwing away the key. Here is where the magic of 10,000 steps comes in. Changing the rules of the game. When you walk, especially after a meal, your large leg muscles demand immediate energy. They act like giant, thirsty sponges, soaking up the glucose directly from your bloodstream to use as fuel. Because your muscles are using the sugar right away, your body does not need to pump out massive amounts of insulin. Imagine your walking muscles as a filter that intercepts the sugar before it can ever be turned into visceral fat. By keeping your blood sugar stable and your insulin levels low through consistent daily walking, you stop the fat storing process in its tracks. You are literally forcing your body to exit fat storage mode, unlocking the vault and keeping your system primed to burn that stubborn belly fat all day long. Now, let's tackle the excuse we have all used at some point. I just have a slow metabolism. You might think that because you sit at a desk all day, your body is genetically programmed to hold on to visceral fat, and the only way to speed it up is through a magic pill or a punishing 1-hour gym session. You drag yourself to the gym for 45 minutes, pat yourself on the back, and then sit completely still for the remaining 23 hours of the day. The bitter truth is that 1 hour of intense exercise barely makes a dent in your total daily energy expenditure if you were glued to a chair for the rest of it. This brings us to the most powerful, underrated fat loss tool your body has, NEAT, or non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is the energy you burn doing everything that is not sleeping, eating, or sports-like exercise. Walking 10,000 steps daily is the ultimate NEAT hack. Instead of relying on a short burst of extreme effort, you're keeping the metabolic furnace burning consistently on a low flame all day long. Think of it like heating a house. Cranking the thermostat to the max for 30 minutes and then turning it off will leave you freezing later. But keeping a steady, warm fire going all day keeps the house perfectly heated. By simply accumulating those steps, walking to the store, pacing while on a phone call, taking the stairs, you are constantly demanding energy. This steady burn specifically targets the deep, stubborn visceral fat stores because your body prefers to use fat for this type of low-level, continuous effort. Let's address the elephant in the room: hunger. You have probably been told that to lose visceral fat, you need to exercise intensely, and the harder you work out, the faster the fat will melt. But what happens an hour after that intense spin class or heavy lifting session? You are completely starving. You feel like you could eat the entire fridge. This is your body screaming for immediate energy to replace the glycogen you just completely drained. High-intensity workouts spike your hunger hormone, ghrelin, making it almost impossible to stick to a calorie deficit without feeling absolutely miserable and deprived. Here is where the 10,000 steps habit becomes a game changer. Low-intensity walking does the exact opposite to your appetite. It is gentle enough that it does not drastically deplete your muscle glycogen stores. Instead of triggering a massive hunger response, walking actually helps regulate your appetite by stabilizing blood sugar and lowering stress. You are burning calories, but you are not ringing the biological alarm bells that tell your brain, "Feed me immediately." Because walking 10,000 steps is a low-stress activity, your body calmly accesses your visceral fat stores for fuel, rather than demanding quick energy from food. This means you can create a consistent calorie deficit naturally, without relying on sheer willpower to fight off intense cravings. You finish your daily steps feeling energized and balanced, not desperate for a massive post-workout meal. It is the ultimate hack for effortless portion control. Let's destroy the final, most stubborn myth of all. Doing endless crunches and sit-ups will give you a flat stomach. You hit the floor, do 100 crunches, feel the intense burn in your core, and assume that localized pain equals localized fat loss. But science calls this spot reduction, and it is a complete biological myth. Doing core exercises only builds and thickens the abdominal muscles underneath your fat layer. In reality, building those muscles without shedding the fat first can actually push your belly out further, making you look bulkier. This is why walking 10,000 steps daily is the ultimate strategy. It doesn't just exhaust your stomach muscles, it optimizes your entire metabolic system, leading us to the ultimate fat-burning secret: deep sleep. Walking outside, especially in the daylight, regulates your circadian rhythm. It naturally lowers your evening stress hormones and boosts your melatonin production, guiding you into a deep, restorative sleep cycle. Why does this matter for your waistline? Because the vast majority of visceral fat burning does not happen while you are actively exercising. It happens while you are fast asleep. Poor sleep forces your body to hoard belly fat to survive the next day's exhaustion. But when you consistently hit those 10,000 steps, you sleep peacefully, and your body transforms into a highly efficient overnight fat-melting machine. So, let's quickly recap the magic of hitting 10,000 steps. You are naturally lowering cortisol, perfectly balancing your insulin levels, instantly boosting your daily burn through NEAT, effortlessly controlling your appetite, and unlocking the deep, restorative sleep where real fat loss actually happens. You do not need to punish your body with brutal, exhausting workouts to see real changes in the mirror. You just need to walk. It is the most natural, sustainable, and scientifically proven way to finally melt away that dangerous visceral fat for good. Start small if you have to, but just start moving. Now, I want to hear from you. What is your current daily step count, and what time of day will you commit to taking your walk tomorrow? Let me know in the comments down below. If this video helped you rethink your fat loss journey, please hit that like button and subscribe to Body Reset for more science-backed health secrets. Keep walking, and I will see you in the next video.